There's an oak tree down by Harper's Creek. Saw it last with your scarf around my neck. Sun did blow like the fire in your speech. Old porch creaked under footsteps now a speck. And that empty bed sank where we once lay, under stars that now don't look the same. The wind whispers soft, your name it sank, in the hollows where my heart remembers and breaks. Gravel roads where we roamed wild and free turned to dust trails, empty as the night. Your laughter faded into silent prairie, left my saddle and my soul just out of light. And that empty bed sank where we once lay, in a cabin now just shadows and decay. Rain taps the roof like the touch we crave. It's the storm inside that never really fades. Firelight's forgiving glow. Now I roam alone, 'cause the river knows you can't plant roots in the lands that you just ghost. So that empty bed sank, and so did I, under weight of skies that we once called high. I'll ride into dusk with your memory by my side, a lonesome cowboy with the sunset as his bride. Yeah, that bed we made where love once spoke, now it's just a tale of dust and ghost.
Out where the red oak stands guarding the dusty plains, there's an old house that lingers beneath the skies of gray. Creaking on its porch, it holds secrets of the breeze, where we once watched the sunset, you, the mountains, and me. Oh, the winds still whisper your name through the door. Old house moans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time aches with the memory of when you were mine. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past this broken trail. Your scarf still hangs on the hook, faded, worn, frail. That old saddle rests untouched where you left it last, by the empty cabin in the shadows that you cast. Oh, the winds still whisper your name through the door. Old house groans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time aches with the memory of when you were mine. starlit cloak I roam these lands alone. Echoes of our laughter in the twilight softly moan. I've wandered far, yet here's where my weary heart stays, in the quiet whispers of those golden bygone days. Yes, the winds still whisper your name, a haunting, tender, sore. Old house stands neath the sky, bearing the love we bore. Every sunrise and set paints your face in the divine, lost in the forever where you're eternally mine. All this old house lingers like the heart I can't restore. In the shade of the old oak tree, where our names were carved so wild and free, there hangs a swing, ropes frayed and worn, echoes of laughter now tattered and torn. Beneath whispered leaves we dream away, sunset painted skies at the close of day. The swing bleeds memories old and sweet. In the silence my haunted heart skips a beat. Dust rises with each solitary sway, lost love's melody played on winds that stray under that old tree where we once lay. The swing bleeds, the swing bleeds where shadows play. Years rolled like thunder, quiet towns slept, through empty cabins lonesome shadows crept. Where once laughter danced on gravel roads, now lies the quiet story untold. That old porch sighs under weight of rain, each drop a symphony of love and pain. The swing bleeds memories old and sweet. In the silence my haunted heart skips a beat. Dust rises with each solitary sway, lost love's melody played on winds that stray under that oak tree where we once lay. The swing bleeds, the swing bleeds where shadows play. How I trace the trail back to those days, but time's cruel hand has swept them away. A cowboy wanders with dreams that roam, finding freedom yet far from home. The swing bleeds memories deeper each day, in the echoes of what time can't take away. Dust settles slow where once we did run, under fading trails and the setting sun. Under that oak tree, lost dreams obey. The swing bleeds, the swing bleeds as skies turn gray. oak whispers low. By the creek where wildflowers used to grow, I carved our names in that loose bark. In the heart of the forest where the world was dark, you wore that scarf, the color of the dawn, as we laughed through fields that summer morn. And the creek called my name with your voice in its flow, as the waters of time dragged my heart down below. And those ripples reflect the sun's golden flame, where our echoes lie buried, the creek called my name. Now the cabin stands hollow on gravel roads bent, windows like eyes too dry to pretend that oak tree still stands, but it weeps all alone. The names we once cut, now weathered and grown. Your scarf found a home on an old porch swing, where I sit through the storms when the cold winds sting. And the creek called my name through the whispering pines, a melody mixed with those better old times. And each drop is a moment, and each splash a claim of a love long past. The creek called my name. There's a saddle that's worn, resting idle and tired, like the soul of a cowboy once fiercely fired by the love of a maiden with eyes wild and free. Now just a shadow in the dust, that's all that I see. So I'll ride one last time as the sunset turns cold, down the fading trail where our stories were told. And the creek calls my name, oh so sweet, oh so pain, in the hush of the night where nothing's the same. Forever I'm bound to the whispering claim. In the creek's lonely song, it called out my name. On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands, my boots still stir the dust up like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air, just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The
cabin stands abandoned, like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop, like the rhythms of your grace. But it's just a lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light. Just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every tear a drop of rain, turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything. In the shadow of an oak where wild roses dared to climb, I remember Jenny danced in the springtime of our prime. Her laughter echoed softly on a breeze that knew no time, by the porch of that old cabin where our hearts began to chime. But the grave said nothing, silent under open skies, where I whispered secrets and my long overdue goodbyes. Every sunset paints her face in the clouds adrift and sigh, and the grave said nothing, just let a lone cowboy cry. Years have worn the saddle where she'd sit and sing so sweet. Gravel roads are overgrown where danced our youthful feet. Now the town feels empty, like the echoes in my mind, where memories like dust are all that she's left behind. The grave said nothing, silent under open skies, where I whisper secrets and my long overdue goodbyes. Every sunset paints her face in the clouds adrift and sigh, and the grave said nothing, just let a lone cowboy cry. Sometimes I think I hear her in the whistle of the train, or the rustle in the bluegrass like soft whispers of her name. It's the curse of the lonesome to walk the earth and roam, with a heart full of memories in a world that ain't and the grave said nothing, while I lay flowers in the rain, saddled with this heartache and these long enduring pains. Every path I wander, every trail where I've been led, takes me back to silence, where the earth holds what I said. Yes, the grave said nothing, and the wind just moans her name. The grave said nothing, and I'm left alone with the echoes of what remained.
Down by old Sycamore Creek, where the waters whisper low, I found her wildflower scarf beneath the sunset's amber glow. We carved our names in the oak, where the soft winds dared to roam, in that hallowed hidden grove, where I once called her my own. But the creek waits like it knows my sins, underneath that fading sky, where her memory begins. And the oak tree, with our names worn thin, holds the tales of yesteryears and the love I couldn't win. Time has worn the wooden porch, where we danced in gentle rain. Now the cabin's empty halls play a silent sorrowed strain. The gravel road that led her back to a life beyond the ridge turned our summer's golden tracks into winter's lonely bridge. Yes, the creek waits with its mournful hymn, echoing through whispering leaves, where our world was bright now dim. And that oak tree, standing stark and grim, marks the dreams we left behind on the rim of time's own wind. Trails with her laughter in my ears, a specter in the twilight haze, adrift in my own fears. Each sunset spills the same old hues, the reds and pinks of loss, as I reckon with the truth, all love comes with its cost. And so the creek waits, and I'm standing still, with the shadows growing long and the night air crisp and chill. Yes, the creek knows, it always will, that part of me stayed behind in the heart I can't refill. And as the stars light up the hill, I whisper to the wind, guess some hearts are meant to spill. Shade of an old oak tree near a cabin weathered and worn, found a scarf you left behind, now faded and torn. Underneath that creaking porch where we'd watch the storms roll through, I recall the laughter fade as the wild prairie wind blew. Crack frame shut the door on the love we couldn't say. I hear the echo of your steps as I walk through this silent grave. If sunset drips like candle wax, melts away each day before, leaving shadows in its wake, where cracked frames shut the door. Those gravel roads we wandered, now overrun with thistles and sage. The trails we blazed have vanished like words lost on a page. I roam these empty valleys where dreams whisper through the trees, but the whisper turns to weeping in the chill of the evening breeze. Cracked frame shut the door on the love we couldn't say. I hear the echo of your steps as I walk through the silent grave. A sunset drips like candle wax, melts away each day before, leaving shadows in its wake, where cracked frames shut the door. On the breath of the northern wind, I smell the rain-soaked earth, a fragrance of memories of tears and scattered mirth. Sometimes in the darkest night, when stars dare to implore, I see your smile in the moonlight, just like those times before. Cracked frame shut the door, whispers of what we knew. Every sunset a reminder of the love that once was true. Now I carry this weight alone through silent towns and lore, haunting every step I take, where cracked frames shut the door. Yes, haunting every step I take, where cracked frames shut the door.
In the hush of dawn, by the old oak tree, where the scarves of mist hide the mountain's knee, I heard her laugh, wild as a creek, where the bluebells sang and the pines would speak. Her voice like a path through forgotten ways in the golden dust of our yesterdays. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust thinned. Underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads lead to who knows where. The rains came through and the curtains tore, the laughter faded, won't grace no more. From the saddle to the saloon's dim light, every trail turns to her in the night. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust then. Underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. On a lonesome trail by the river's bend, I reckon time might heal or pretend. Yes, her voice walked away with the westward wind, now just echoes in the songs I've penned. But deep in the canyons, past the fading light, her melody stirs the birds in flight. So I'll ride these plains beneath the endless gray, where her voice walked away, where her voice walked away.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, sat an old wooden porch, holding secrets only I know. We carved our names in the rail, under skies vast and blue, where the promise of forever felt honest and true. But the porch stays quiet, the oak tree's grown old, the scarf you left behind turned gray and cold as the sun dips low. In the land of the free, this lonely heart rides trails where you used to be. Time swept in like the rain on dusty forgotten roads. Your laughter's just an echo in the cabins we called home. The saddle sits untouched, its leather cracked and dry, each creak a painful reminder of days long gone by. Still the porch stays quiet, the oak tree stands tall, the wind whispers your name in the twilight's call, with the sun hanging low in a sky so vast and deep. My heart's a lonesome rider through memories I keep. Beneath the endless heavens, I've roamed from town to town, but each horizon's painted with the love I hadn't found. The world spins on, the stars watch from above, yet in this silent stillness, all I know is our lost love. Yes, the porch stays quiet under that old oak tree, where our dreams still linger, but you're just a memory as night claims the valley and the stars stake their claim. I'm left with the shadows and the whisper of your name in the chill of the silence, where our laughter once roared. The porch stays, but it's you, oh it's you I still long for. In the hush of dawn, 'neath the old oak sway, I found her scarf, blue as the new day. Memories flood like the creek after rain, of laughter shared on this dusty plain. She danced with the wind where the wildflowers lay, in a town too quiet where shadows stay. Oh, her shadow stays, though she's gone away, In the corners of the night, in the edges of the day, on the old porch swing, I can hear her say, love like ours, darling, it never fades. But the wind's a cruel player with the games it plays. She's a fading trail, but her shadow stays. The old cabin stands on the gravel road, windows blank stare, bare stories untold. Where we once were fire, now's but ash and dust. Her laughter's echo, a ghostly gust. Echoes of footsteps in the sunset's blaze. She rode into the horizon, but her shadow stays. Yes, her shadow stays as the daylight frays in the whisper of the leaves, in the silence of the grays, on the empty bed where the cool breeze plays. Love finds its rest, darling, she'd phrase. But my heart's left wandering through a lonesome maze. She's the song that ends, but a shadow stays. Now I roam these lands astray without a home, chasing echoes and a ghost in the twilight's comb, where the rivers sing and the mountains gaze. I look for her in the dawn's soft rays. Still a shadow stays in the quiet ways, in the rustle of the oaks where the old dog lays. As the night descends, as the cold air sways, love's a lasting light, darling, my heart conveys. Though I walk alone where the coyote brays, in the whispers of the wind, her shadow stays. Out where the cedar shadows lay, by the rusted gate on Fiddler's Bay, I remember a scarf red against the gray, and the promise we made at the break of day. Her laughter tangled in the wild oak breeze, while our dreams soared high like the birds and bees. Front porch creaks under moonlit teens, now nothing but silence and falling leaves. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear, where the wind whispers secrets of the love we were betting. Now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. Years worn down like the old town road, gravel turned to dust where we once strode. That old log cabin, our love's abode, now empty, just the echo of the stories it holds. The rains came through, washed away the traces, of tender touches and cherished places. Yet under the oak where time embraces, I still see us dancing, lost in love's graces. Oh, that rusted gate said nothing as my heart spoke all out loud and clear. Where the wind whispered secrets of the love we were bedding, now just echoes of you disappearing with the deer. So here I stand, where the wild time grows, on the path less walked, where the river knows. I've ridden under sunsets, through highs and lows, but your shadow beside me, endless as it goes. Yes, that rusted gate says nothing, and I'm still speaking to the stars so near. In the silence, your memories softly clutching to the heart of a cowboy who can't let go the fear. Where the rusted gate stands solemn and the night draws near, I'm the echo of a love song fading but always dear.
In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I met her 'neath that heaven, her scarf held in my hand. Golden sun was our witness, painted long shadows thin. We carved our names on old porch wood, swore love through thick and thin. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry ride. Those promises like gravel roads, winding lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed. Years swept like river currents, towns grew quiet and strange. Her whispers turned to wind gusts, and our cabin fell to age. Where once her warmth filled every room, now dust settles so gray. The trails we walked are overgrown as love slips silent away. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry. Those promises like gravel roads, winding lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed. So here's to the ride and the roam and the days on the drift. Every sunset's a closing door, every dawn I might have been. In the stir of the leaves and the moan of the old porch swing, finds a heart that's still yearning for what the seasons bring. Morning sky walked away, now it's me with a sigh, holding on to a ghost as the years tumble by. Letting go, letting be, but in her eyes I still wait. With the sun sinking low as the memories fade. Yes, I'm singing to the stars about the love that strayed. As the morning sky walked and forever it stayed.
out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown. I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden 'neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell. Time turned those gravel roads grew wide. The quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloon's creaking floors, echoes of steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell underneath the vast indigo skies. I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown in the wilderness I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight, your absence I mourn in the silence after the storm. I still dwell. I still dwell. Out where the oak tree marks our names, the wind burns, cuts deep like wildfire flames. Here in the whisper of the tall grass beds, your laughter echoes where the horizon ends. We carved our dreams in that old porch wood under stars, believing everything could. Wind burns like the tears we never cried, lost words in the gust of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hold, in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. Once the cabin smiled with candlelight, now shadows curl in the corners of night. The gravel roads where we used to roam now lead my weary booster home alone. Rain taps softly on window pane glass in the rhythms of a time that's past. Wind burns tears we never cried. Lost words in the gusty prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's hole, in the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. So I whisper to the setting sun, forgive all the things we left undone. In the twilight, every shadow, know we're just prisoners of the winds that blow. Wind burns the trails and I've yet to find fading tracks of the dreams left behind. But in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one more dance where the wind still burns. Yes, in the silence, there's a song that yearns for one last dance where the wind still burns. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind. In that quiet town where my dreams had been, and the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, the dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabins' windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ended. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, a testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay, as the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray. Darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand now I must be reborn. Though the tracks I make stir dust of the lost, in the heart's quiet echo I count the cost. Yes, the dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our love once lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk's gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away. out where the oak trees whisper low, under skies so vast and gray. I rode past a old yellow cabin where the winds of time sway. A scarf you left on the porch swing, fading now like old dreams, dances with the prairie dust in the sunlight's dying beams. A long ride forgot where the heart rides alone, on trails of tears where wildflowers once had grown. Echoes of your laughter in the valley's deep embrace vanish like the sunset's last lingering trace. Gravel roads to quiet towns where our names were softly spoken, now where the emptiness of days' promises bent and broken. Saddles worn and hearts torn in the shadows of our plight. The fire we had by the river's bend, now nothing but cold white light. A long ride forgot where the heart rides alone, on trails of tears where wildflowers once had grown. Echoes of your laughter in the valley's deep embrace vanish like the sunset's last lingering trace. And in the silence neath the stars I find no solace, only scars. Your memory, a haunting tune, plays on as fades the crescent moon. No brighter dawn, this cowboy knows just past where the cold wind blows. A long ride forgot, yet I ride forth with your ghost beside my flame, across the mountains through the mist where they still whisper your name. And maybe in another life, down another dusty track, I'll turn and see you once again, no more looking back. A long ride forgot, but your soul's forever here, etched upon the wild lands we once held dear. Lonesome hill neath the whispering oak, where the sunset bleeds its crimson stroke, I etched our names in the bark so deep, a promise I swore I'd always keep. The wind carries dust of ancient tales over worn-out boots and forgotten trails, where we once danced just shadows now, cast by the branches' solemn bough. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I heard it all. The silence of your absence at the twilight's call. Every leaf a whisper of the days gone by. Underneath the weeping willow, I still hear you sigh. Years drifted by like clouds on high. Gravel roads and that old porch swing side. The cabin stands, but you're long gone. Just echoes of our sweet dawn song. The scarf you left sways in the breeze like a soft goodbye amidst the trees. I walk these paths alone, unspoken, with only memories as my token. Lonesome hill said nothing, but I felt the weight of love lost to time and the cruel hand of fate. Every stone and stirrup quiet light. Lonesome hill says nothing, yet I hear your voice. In the rustling leaves I linger, I rejoice. Though you're a whisper on the hill, soft crest in my heart's secluded cabin, you forever rest, fading into the sunset, where our dreams once flew. Lonesome hill knows everything, and it misses you too.
In the shadow of an old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through the leaves like fire. Memories whisper on the breeze, a choir. Under that oak, on the soft dirt floor, we swore our forever near the old porch door. But seasons turn as they always do, and under those branches only one shadow grew. Silence bleeds in this dusty heart. Winds carry voices while we're apart. The trails grow cold as the night draws in, lost in the echoes of what might have been. Gravel roads where we once rode side by side, now just empty tracks where my sorrows hide. That cabin where laughter once filled the air stands hollow, the hearth cold and bare. Your scarf still hangs by the old wood chair, its colors faded like the love we shared. The rain taps soft on the window pane, rhythm to the tears, the sorrow, the pain. Silence bleeds in this dusty heart. Winds carry voices while we're apart. The trails grow cold as the night draws in, lost in the echoes of what might have been. Sometimes the quiet speaks louder than words, in the rustle of leaves, in the flight of the birds. I wander these hills with my heart laid bare, searching for signs of a love that was there. Silence bleeds, oh it cuts so deep, through the whispers of love we promised to keep. As I walk these roads under fading skies, I see your smile in the sunrise. Yet in this quiet where I roam and tread, I carry your love, and the silence bleeds. Yes, the silence bleeds where my heart still leans. In the heart of a dandelion field, under sky so vast and wide, I found her laughter tangled in the wind, where secrets go to hide. Beneath an oak tree's watchful eyes, we carved our names so free. On that old porch where time stood still, she danced away with me. Oh, how the field cries with whispers of her name. Dandelion dandelions blow her kisses in the breeze like a flame. My heart rides lonesome trails, chasing sunsets that she knew. In the quiet of the night, all I see is the hue of her blue. Seasons turn to seasons do, and the oak tree now stands bare. The porch grown old, the cabin's cold, no trace of her sweet care. Gravel roads where we once roamed now lead me back to none. Her scarf a faded memory, frayed by rain and sun. Oh, how the field cries with whispers of her name. Dandelions blow her kisses in the breeze like a flame. My heart rides lonesome trails, chasing sunsets that she knew. In the quiet of the night, all I see is the hue of her blue. In the rustle of the leaves, I hear her voice call soft and low, a melody of lost love in the river's ceaseless flow. With every lonely star that fades into the dawn's first light, I find her smile in the breaking day and hold on through the night. So the field cries and I cry too with the wind's mournful tune. Dandelions once gold like dreams, now silver 'neath the moon. I'll walk these empty trails where her laughter once did soar, forever in the dandelion fields, together